Originalprospekt mit dem Originalfahrzeug.
Nicht wahr? Was ist das hier?
Aus dem Archiv.
Hi, welcome to a new episode of Inside BMW Group Classic. My name is Christoph.
Hello, I'm Marc.
If you think you're in the wrong video, you're not. This only looks like a car that we've had in one of the recent episodes. It's also a 745i and it's also blue. But that's about all these two cars have in common. What's so special about this one, Marc?
This car is the BMW 745i of the E23 series, especially manufactured for the South African market. Only 192 have ever been produced, and it is exactly the car which was used for the original sales literature back then. So, this is the place where all the glory is. It is the famous M88 engine of the BMW M1, a bit more powerful in this case, 290 horsepower. It's actually called M88/3 engine. This car is a very special car with a hand-shifted gearbox, and only 14 have ever been produced out of 192. This car also had a very famous pre-owner. The former BMW AG CEO Bernd Pischetsrieder drove this car during his time as a head of BMW plant South Africa. The wheel is equipped with the BMW Motorsport emblem. In my opinion, only two cars have ever been produced with the badge on the wheel. It's the M1 and it's this one.
If you think otherwise, use the comment section. There's an M badge in the grille, and we tried to find out if it's been delivered like this or not. I guess it's not. Also here, well, it does have an M1 engine in it, which would qualify it for an M badge, but we're not sure. Marc, can I get any help from you on if this is original or not?
Of course, I'm at your service, Christoph. You are right, because in the original sales literature, the car was not equipped with an M badge.
There you go. So this is not original, but the owner between us and Mr. Pischetsrieder obviously found it's a good idea, so that's why we left it on. Same as the original South African number plates, and the owner must have been a club member. Official BMW clubs, he's in at least 3 of them, so we always leave stuff as is, because that's part of the car's history. The next 7. E32 730i? Don't know. Rather unspectacular, Marc. The rims look a bit weird because we only know them from an M5. But what's so special about this one?
This car is very special, and you can see it because of a very small sticker. It is the brown sticker over here, and this sticker is a sign for being a prototype car.
This was the company car of Paul Rosche. He's a BMW engine pope, most of you will know him. His nickname was Nockenpaule. I have no chance of translating that into English. This was his company car that he used, a prototype. Must have been registered at one point, which would be hard today.
Mr. Rosche tried to avoid driving normal BMW cars, and every time he had the chance, he asked his team to create a special car. And Christoph, maybe we should open the hood.
I guessed it.
So this is the M5 engine of the BMW 5 Series E34. It's called S38B38. The last 38 stood for the capacity, but in fact Mr. Rosche widened it a bit. It has 3.9 liters capacity, and this is the reason why it has 390 horsepower and was bloody fast.
Just about sufficient, I'd say, because Paul Rosche gave this car to his entire department. One of the tasks that had to be done with it was at least once a week to go to the closest butcher and buy the original Bavarian Weißwurst, which is white sausages that we have for breakfast here. Just about fast enough to get back to the company while the Weißwürste were still warm.
Thank you, sir.
It's M-badged.
Everywhere.
Here, even in the dash. It's not bad for a prototype, I must say.
I love it.
And of course, the CNET telephone every executive had to have in the 90s. And Marc discovered that there's a fax machine in the glove compartment. In case anyone needs one of these, we have some in spare. We've had 1 of 14, now we had 1 of 1, and they're both 7 Series with big engines in them. And this brings us to number 3, the BMW Goldfish, quite a well-known car. This was end of the 80s, and this was a time where size still mattered. So there was a very famous and well-working 12-cylinder from BMW, and there was also one in the S-Class from Mercedes-Benz. and there was still a rally going on. Who can build the biggest engine, the biggest car, the fastest, the coolest? And this is how this one came about. And with no further ado, let's look under the hood.
There it is.
The monster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 2 makes it 16. So you would think 2 8-cylinders put together would make it 16. What they did, they took 2 M70 12-cylinder engines and then cut the first one off, counted from the front, first 8 cylinders, cut. They took the 7 M70 and did the same thing from the back, so you had a male and a female part if you want so, and they've been put together and you can still see the line where those two have been merged. That's really cool.
Yeah, this engine has 408 horsepower. It was able to run the car 280 kilometers an hour. It has 6.7 liters capacity.
A 6.7 liter 408 horsepower V16 is so big that there's no space for a cooling, which is really needed with this size of engine. That's why BMW engineers moved it to the back. They made it on the side so you can actually look through and see the ventilators, and then the air goes out in between the two taillights. Pretty crazy construction, and unfortunately no space for suitcases. Maybe one of the reasons this didn't go into series production.
On the one hand, one of the test cars where the engine was fitted inside was golden. And on the other hand, we have these massive gills, and the gill is very typical for a fish, obviously. So this is the reason why the car was and is called Goldfish.
Thank you, Marc. And thank you guys for watching. This was a fresh episode of Inside BMW Group Classic. Make sure that you hit the like button if you did, subscribe and set the notification bell so you don't miss any new episodes. This was 7 Series. Liked it.
Me too. Goodbye, guys.
Hey, Marc.
A brown sticker. Yeah.
Yeah, learned today, found twice. We should do more prototypes.
We will.
Cheers.